So, you're thinking about college in Southern California. Your mind probably jumps to places like UCLA or USC, right? But there's another absolute powerhouse making some serious waves, the University of California, Irvine. Today, we're going to take an inside look. We'll dig into the real data to figure out if UCI, home of the yes, anteaters, is the perfect fit for you.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll get the big picture. Then, we'll dive into the nitty-gritty, admission stats, the real cost of attending, and what the academics look like. After that, we'll get into what life is actually like on campus before we wrap it all up and help you decide if you can see yourself there.
So, first things first, what exactly is UCI? Let's get the lay of the land here and figure out what this university is all about.
Okay, let's just start with this. Number 9. That's UCI's ranking among all public schools in the entire country. So right off the bat, you know we're not just talking about a good school. We're talking about a truly elite, top-tier university with some serious academic clout.
So what's the vibe on the ground? Well, UCI is a massive public research university. We're talking over 30,000 undergrads. And it's located in Irvine, California, which is this really unique, super well-planned suburban city. That gives it this interesting mix of huge school resources in a place that's known for being incredibly safe and clean. And yeah, you saw that right. The mascot is Peter the Anteater. It actually won a student election way back in 1965, so you've got the students to thank for that one.
All right, so a top 10 public school, you know what that means, right? Getting in is going to be tough. So let's look at the hard numbers and see what it really takes to become an anteater.
This number really says it all. An acceptance rate below 29%, that puts UCI squarely in the highly selective bucket. To put it another way, for every 10 people who apply, only about 3 get in. This isn't just a popular school, it's a seriously competitive one.
In this number, whoa, it shows you exactly what they're looking for. Academic superstars. A median GPA of 4.19 doesn't just mean getting A's, it means getting A's in the hardest classes your high school offers. We're talking AP, IB, and honors courses. It's clear that academic rigor is an absolute must.
Okay, let's talk about maybe the most important factor for almost every family, the money. We're going to look at the sticker price first, but then we're going to get into the number that really matters, what students actually end up paying.
Okay, so here's the sticker price. And you can see a huge split right away. For California residents, the total cost for a year is about $48,000. But if you're coming from out of state, that number jumps way up to almost $86,000. That's a massive difference. But remember, this is just the starting point.
And this is why that sticker price isn't the whole story. Not even close. Almost 70%, that's more than 2 out of every 3 undergrads at UCI, get some kind of financial aid. This is the part of the equation that makes a top-tier school like this a real possibility for a lot of families.
And just how much help are we talking about? Well, the average need-based financial aid package is about $25,000. For a lot of families, that's literally cutting the cost of attendance in half. That's a total game changer, turning what looks like a financial stretch into something that's actually manageable.
Now this number, this one is incredible, and it might be one of the most important stats we look at today. The median student debt for a UCI graduate is only $15,000. Think about that for a second. This is a top 10 public university, and students are graduating with way less debt than the national average. It's like you're getting a world-class education without the soul-crushing financial burden. That is a powerful, powerful return on investment.
And speaking of making college affordable, if you want personalized help saving $40,000 or more on college costs, check the link in the description to learn about our College Savings Mentor Program.
Okay, so let's say you get in and you figure out the money. What's it actually like in the classroom? And maybe more importantly, what kind of doors does a UCI degree open for you after you graduate? Let's dive into the academics and career outcomes.
You can tell a lot about a school by what students are majoring in. And at UCI, it's clear it's a powerhouse in STEM, with bio and computer science being hugely popular for students who want to go into medicine or tech. But it's also got these amazing pre-professional programs like business and a really well-known criminology, law, and society program. It's pretty clear this isn't just a place for theory. It's a launchpad into some really high-demand careers.
And check this out. Students who start here actually finish here, and they finish on time. A 4-year graduation rate of 89% is just outstanding, especially for a big public school. This tells you that UCI has great support systems to make sure you're not just getting in, but you're getting through the program efficiently, which, by the way, saves you a ton of time and money.
So here's the payoff. 6 years after they first enrolled, the median salary for a UCI grad is over $76,000. Now, when you put that number next to the incredibly low student debt we just talked about, well, the value of this degree just becomes crystal clear. It's an investment that starts paying you back, and fast.
Academics and job prospects are huge, of course, but college is so much more than that, right? It's your home for 4 years. So what's it actually like to live and hang out at UCI? Let's talk about life as an anteater.
Okay, for all you potential freshmen, listen up. The housing choice really comes down to two main communities, Mesa Court and Middle-earth. The word on campus is that Mesa Court is a little more social, and it's closer to the humanities and arts buildings. Middle-earth, on the other hand, has the newer tower-style dorms, and it's way more convenient if you're a STEM or business major, because it's right there on the main campus loop, which everyone calls Ring Road.
So what about the social scene? I know you're wondering. We found this comment from a student on Reddit that I think just nails it. They said, "The social life here depends on you. The party scene here is pretty lame unless you are in a frat, sorority, or get an invite," and that really gets to the heart of it. UCI is not a traditional party school. The social life is what you make it by joining clubs, getting involved, and really putting yourself out there.
All right, let's tackle a big stereotype, especially for a school that's so strong in science. You always hear that pre-med programs are super cutthroat, right? Well, this quote from a UCI biology major gives a totally different view. They said, "I've never really understood this whole pre-med toxicity complaint. People are supportive and aren't competitive towards one another. This suggests that even though the classes are really hard, the culture is more about collaboration than competition, which is pretty cool."
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground, so let's pull all these threads together and try to answer the most important question. Is UCI the right university for you?
Let's break it down, pros and cons. The strengths are really clear. You've got an elite public education, an amazing return on investment with low debt, and a diverse, collaborative culture on a super safe campus. On the flip side, the drawbacks. It's definitely not a party school. The suburban setting isn't for everyone. Getting in is incredibly hard, and that out-of-state price tag is steep.
So who's the student that's really going to thrive here? The ideal UCI student is super focused on academics and is a real self-starter. They're probably interested in a pre-professional track like STEM or business, and they prefer a safe suburban campus over a big, bustling city. And most importantly, they're the kind of person who is proactive about finding their own social circles and career opportunities. Does that sound like you? So, to wrap it all up, UCI offers a really compelling deal. A top-ranked education, great job prospects, and that incredibly low student debt. It's a fantastic place for a focused, ambitious student who wants to be in a safe, collaborative environment. And if you're trying to figure out how to handle the costs of a great school like UCI, don't forget to check the link in the description for our College Savings Mentor program. We help families save $40,000 or more. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with us for this inside look at UC Irvine. If this was helpful, make sure you subscribe for more deep dives into top universities. We'll see you in the next one.